Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm back and I'm mad!
Hello children, welcome to the stream. As you can see, our lovely co-host Jerry is not here. Why is he not here? Because the poor fellow needs to work. Well, can't help it. So, hello Danley, Dutch Rumbly, James Guts, Demon Sub, Toffee Ears, Lonor, and Orinoco Witch. I welcome you to a rather short version of our usual thing. Now, he's not really stuck in the train, he just got back very late, so... Potentially he's at home? But still trying to sort things. Now it's not about dwarfs, but short people nonetheless. You will see. And before I get distracted again by anything you lovely people say there and shove into my face, and don't even try to get my comment on anything, this will be the first one we will be looking at. I hope I got the link right. I guess I did. It did. And if you would excuse me, my coughing has been gotten better. But not quite there yet. So that's why I need some lubrication. So this is 2000 AD, a project by Denzian. And before we drill on this lovely thing he has gotten, we'll go down to the start. This is an awful lot of 2000 AD, and that's not just Slain and Judge Dredd, obviously. This is quite a eclectic collection. That's a lot of dreaded miniatures, wouldn't you say so? Though I can't really make out from which manufacturer they are. And as I understand, Judge Dredd has been through different hands. Now today is... it's not really anything about Golden Button mentioning. I have the sneaking suspicion somehow Jerry is testing waters with the UHH for Golden Button, but I may be wrong there. Not funny, Tuffy. Not funny. Oh, I could try get Ben in here at some point, but I'm sure he would decline generously. So Denzian is doing spring cleaning challenge, which includes all these nice little miniatures and a weird random assortment of other stuff. The Wheelie Boys, looking more American than ever. Oh, let's not forget to hit the like buttons. It's just... I don't know what it is about Judge Dredd, but the lunatic universe in it of itself is just something you can look at forever. You don't need a story, you don't need a game, just look at the art behind it. Isn't that glorious? I don't know if that's your collection, Tuffy. You might want to look into your closet if your collection is still around. Maybe a Denzian has snuck into your house and robbed you blind. Just look at all these. So many apes. And it's not ending. Not ending in the slightest. Don't let the enemy take you in the rear. Oh, just... And now interlude into a role-playing game. 1987. Well, that's can any do the maths on that? That's a long time, I think. 35 years? That's something. Yeah, and as he says himself, is this still Spring Clean Challenge if you get new stuff that's distracting you from the original? I say maybe. Because even new dust needs to be removed from your windows to make a spring clean. And since this is also 2000 AD, I think we can give him a pass on this. So we will now need my, signature sentence. We have the 19th. Let me prepare my comment. Prepare to comment. And while that one is saving, I'll put you lot in the next project. Yes, Demons Up 2000 AD, because we don't know what AD actually means, do we? Could be after dark, after Detroit, after the best movie ever. Next one, a bum. A lovely, lovely bum. Slain kiss my paintbrush. Zoipenhead getting quotes from the game completely wrong. So, since this game is rather hitting people left, right, and center, and yeah, it's not hitting you, Dutch, is it? Your parcel is somehow still floating around anywhere? Not to be rude or something, but before I get my bot wars, you may not get your slain. Is it slain? I'll just call it slain. Would you just look at these lovely miniatures? Is that an eye hanging out from beneath of his helmet, or is that some kind of trinket? Demons Up, you can't rob ideas. You just can be inspired by them. This is the kind of picture I really like when people get new stuff. A comprehensive overview of what's in the bloody box. Though I don't know if that Sarissa Precision set is that in the box. Looks like it. Oh, that's interesting then. Does anybody in the audience know if that's in the box? Oh, that's a nice touch. Actually, a very nice touch. Having some basic terrain that isn't just some barricades, boxes, and fences. I think we need to make sure that this project is getting watched more often. It feels like he's going into great detail on anything he's doing. Oh, so he is actually referring to Lloyd, but I don't think Lloyd is going to see that this comment isn't going anywhere. Oh, some lovely stones. Scotia Grendel Celtic standing stones, so that's where he got them. Didn't do them yourself. Oh, you're a lazy git. And some Fomorians. Well, that's all very nice and dandy. So where's my signature? Let's have him signed. Doug, welcome, and no problem, just shout along if you feel the need to. No, Tuffy is the stand-in Jerry for comments on all things Games Workshop. So we, you know, Jerry has such a big impact on the show, we need to divert roles for anything. So Doug is going to be the footy expert, Tuffy is going to be the I harass everything Games Workshop. We still need somebody for doing the general shouting at people for being stupid cunts. Well, I guess anybody can jump in on that. So, our next little visit will then be this dear project. And I'm already running out of screen space. This is a project I had a look on a little prior, a few days ago actually, and just by the look of the main picture for this project, I'm going to say this is not a large orc army. It just isn't. It's 30 orcs, 10 goblins, and some heavies. That's not very much for an orc army, is it? James, you need to ask Rumbly that. I wouldn't know. Good evening, Crispin, dear friend of foreign lands. So, BM Other is doing repainting on his 40k army for the whatchamacallit, Spring Clean Challenge. This, what we saw initially, is actually what he's starting with. So basically some prime miniatures, some just assembled. A good starting point as any. Rather recent orc sculpts, more or less, I'd say. With this being one of my favorite orcish weapons. Even though I like the old design a lot more, but then again, what can I say? I don't know if that truck is actually something Games Workshop made, but it might be. Tuffy may enlighten us on that. And while we wait for Tuffy to catch on, we'll just struggle on in this project. Rod Oiler, Paintboy, and some vehicles done. And too many tabs, let's close some tabs. No orcs. Ah, don't you just love some grots? Those look almost like the ones from Gorkamorka, though a bit more plasticky. But that may be just the paint job. Where's my signature? I need my signature. Posting in the comments. Oh, there was a truck further down below, Tuffy, and I wasn't sure if that is actually a Games Workshop truck, this one on the left, or some third-party thingamajig. Yeah, it might be from the Speed Freaks box. And James, don't blame me if you don't get any boxes either. I'm pretty sure that's part of the course now. You don't get any Board War anywhere. Nobody. Not even I. Yeah. That's a fun thing. Fun topic for another time. Next project. Oh, bloody hell. Where was I? You go and flock yourselves, James Scotts. Scripps is doing miniatures. He doesn't really doesn't really say for what gaming system. It's just an assortment of random models needing paint. So let's look at what he has got in stock. 15mm British Civil War, a zombie samurai, and a Bushido model, and some 2080 salute models, and a Count Orlok. Well, this is actually a random assortment, if anything, and it looks like he's actually getting shit done. And not too shabby, might I say. Sadly, the painting tutorial area is a bit, well, not much to speak of. Because I really like the way you did the skin on this. Some reference material for his World War I. And there's the finished model from Salute. That's looking very nice. I think what he could have added here to give it a little more not color, but interest. Maybe a small football. Just to remember the weird Christmas football thingamajig they did. And very Civil War-like. Partial names. Yeah, Scripps is really one that is to be reckoned with when he starts painting. Though he always gets me with his double pictures. I click on both because I think those are two pictures, and then they're actually just one. And remember, this is 15 mil. This is more detail painted on most 28 miniatures I could be asked to do. Scripts, you talented bastard. Let's give you your recommendation. Excusez-moi. Oh, didn't I get this in my list? That's odd. The next little project we will be looking at is a bit special to me. Jerry would find a mold line, yeah, or point out that the lance isn't cut straight and has some weird angle or anything. And let's be honest, we all could find something to nag about if we were to look long enough. Next contestant within the Spring Clean Challenge is Bob. Bob is doing something completely different. Well, not so completely different. He's still in the Battletech universe, and he's painting spaceships from within the Battletech universe. And I failed, to look this up earlier, but I think there was actually a game within Battletech for air support. I wouldn't know if they actually were going to play with spaceships, or if those are more or less just for show and looks. Maybe anyone in the audience knows the answer to that, though I think we are all way too young to know the early beginnings of Battletech. And we are surely not as knowledgeable as our squirrel overlord is. One thing that annoys me a bit is his mix and match of hex bases. Though I can understand why he wouldn't want to add even more bases to his workload that he already has. And these designs just scream 80s to me. So very unfunctional for some reason. Yes. Not very much information other than a broad classification of ship models within the Battletech universe. Let's see, where's my thingamajig? There it is. The next 3 projects that we are going to be viewing are a bit different because they are those are the kinds of projects that only seem to pop up when it's spring cleaning time. What do I mean by that? So you all are probably aware about the prizes you can win on Spring Clean Challenge. And this is the category of the young ones. So first is Starlight 7757. Painting High Elves by Rosamund, who's 8 years old. And let's just have a look, see what she's painting. We have some, what looks like eagles. A fairly decent painted High Elf archer. Some very dark looking horses. Some colorful horses. So obviously this project isn't finished in the slightest. But since it just got uploaded today, there's hope there will be more to come. And I'm guessing this is the lovely lady who's doing all these painting jobs. So let's give her some... what's the word I'm looking for? If you want to uplift somebody's spirits to carry on things, bloody hell. Encouragement. Thank you, Danley. Let's encourage this young lady to do something more. Yeah, Dutch, I'm agreeing with you. Rosamund sounds German, but since if we look closer at the telephone book that serves as something to paint on, I don't think this is actually anything German to go by. But this isn't the only entry in the young blood category. As I said, there were 3 in total. Have them. Number 2. Her first big mini by Soka 4. She is 7. And let's start at the beginning. So there's a big dragon. Guessing it's a Games Workshop one. No, it's not. It's a Kickstarter exclusive, so potentially a 3D print. Doesn't say. No, it doesn't really say. Anybody can tell me if that's a print or is it a Reaper's thing? Dragon, huge mini. I'm guessing it's Reaper, but I can't really tell. That's where my expertise hits its limit. And I think the color scheme isn't too bad at all. It's a bit of a icy dragon. Black primer with more or less dry brushed white and blue wings. I'd say if this is only the beginning, this is going to be interesting. Oh, Fantasy Series 1 Blacklist Games, hard PVC. So this is something they can actually handle without being afraid of breaking them too easily. Which is, to be fair, the biggest fear I had when I did some painting with my daughter when she was at that age, that she'll actually break the minis instead of painting them. Because let's face it, some of the models are so flimsy and finicky. It's really not fun. And the next entry in our list of Youngbloods is this one. Excuse me. I think we have seen her last year. Millie Clarissa Pierce. And now she's painting a Blood Bowl Skaven team. Dad has bought her this team. I hope Dad is also intending on letting her keep that box and letting her keep the potential prize she may be winning. Dad? I think that's somehow in the terms of service. You don't let your children enter on your behalf. If you want to win yourself a voucher, you enter yourself, not your children. Oh, Dutch, you're being dramatic. let's see how she's coming along. Well, the building is a success so far. And she's reading the instructions, which is with Games Workshop models, not a bad thing to do. Sadly, not much more to see here at the moment. Well, I guess there will be more at some point. At least this year there's some competition in the range of Youngbloods, and we don't have to just go with the one that's there. Oh, I forgot to follow the other ones. Hold on, there. This is more like it. Yes. Where are you gone? There you are. Dwarven pennies. No, you're not supposed to use your kids to win things. And Crispin, I wouldn't know. It seems a bit like a random dice roll. But as Jerry has said, he's going to be responsible for golden button awardings in the near future. I'm guessing we may see somebody getting a gold button. Well, I'm pretty sure somebody will get a golden button. Dutch, you don't know what you're talking about. It was a very vital part of the mission. We were to get information, and they only would give it to the victor of this wrestling match. So I did what any honorable dwarf would do. Oh, let's see who enters chat. Yes, I need to glisten and gleam. But as I said, this is a short version, a tightly scripted 30 minutes, and we're only 4 minutes over the mark. And you know what's the best part? I'm getting an early night. So with that said, I say, hi Jerry, bye Jerry, see you lot next week, bye!